Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Shirazi, a board certified dermatologist, and today I want to talk about 5 things that we buy but we don't need in the skincare world. I know a lot of us are guilty of this, and I have stopped purchasing a lot of these things, and really it's better for the planet, it's better for the skin, it's a win-win situation. There's so much marketing with skincare and skincare tools and products and gadgets, and oh my goodness, the world of skincare has just been over the top with all these things that they make you feel like you need, but you don't really need them. So as a dermatologist, I'm gonna talk about them, but before we get started, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and make sure you comment below. Let me know if you've used these products and what your thoughts are. Number 1, cleansing devices. Oh, the amount of cleansing devices that vibrate, that, swirl, all these things just to clean your skin. Seems a little unnecessary. Just use your hands, circular motion, gentle massage. A lot of times these cleansing devices may have bristles that are harsh that could cause little micro tears in the skin. And if you're prone to rosacea, sensitive skin, or broken capillaries, that rubbing and friction on the skin can actually bring about more broken capillaries and blotches on the skin, so I would stay away from them. They claim that gentle vibration with these devices helps break up the makeup and debris that sits on our skin and make cleansing more efficient. But I don't buy that. I think just using your hands, if you really want to get your skin clean, you can do a double cleanse. But at the end of the day, just with the circular motion, using your fingertips is gentle, effective, efficient, and honestly better for the planet. A lot of times the bristles can sit in your bathroom, which is typically a damp environment, and it can grow bacteria and yeast. If you cannot part with your cleansing device, make sure you at least get one that has silicone brushes as opposed to the microfiber brushes that can collect bacteria more easily. Number 2, Trendy Fad Ingredients. The world of skincare marketing. It's like every few months, we see this rise of turmeric. Now everybody has to use products with turmeric in them. Probiotics, everybody needs probiotics in their skincare. CBD, and the list goes on and on. Next thing you know, you walk into Sephora and there's 5 companies launching their new turmeric product. The problem is, guys, there's oftentimes not enough data and research behind these fads and behind these ingredients to really support the claims they're making. Now, they'll take 1 or 2 studies, sometimes done by the company themselves, and say, wow, after 3 weeks we saw this, and now everybody needs this in their product. Wrong. You have to be smart consumers here. You have to know what's new and fad versus true and tried. All right, let's talk about turmeric. I love turmeric. I use it in my cooking all the time, and it does have a lot of benefits, no doubt. However, it is very difficult to formulate, and there's really no good studies that show that these products that have turmeric in them are actually making their way into the skin and having a significant amount of impact based on some of these very limited studies. So yes, I get excited, and I think it is good to always explore new ingredients, but I wanna wait for more data and more research to come out. So don't feel like when something comes out like CBD, you need to jump on this trendy bandwagon. I'll give you another example is probiotics. Last year the skin microbiome was trending. We were seeing it all over social media. Everybody needs probiotics in their skincare. That's not necessarily true. Our skin is highly, highly functional, and most people don't really need it. Their skin barrier and their environment is able to adjust and do fine without probiotics. Those claims were based on studies that were done by skincare companies in people that had atopic dermatitis or eczema, and because of their skin disease, the probiotics were beneficial. But not everybody has skin conditions and skin disease. A lot of people have just normal, healthy skin that's able to function without some of these FAAD ingredients based on studies that were not done on healthy skin. They were done on people with conditions like seborrheic dermatitis or rosacea or eczema. So keep that in mind when you feel pressured to jump on the bandwagon of some of these FAAD ingredients. Number 3, toners. So let's do a little history lesson here. Toners were invented at a time when soaps really sucked. They were not great at cleaning the skin. They were too alkaline, and so toners were developed. Typically they are alcohol or astringent based, and they were used to get all the soap scum that would be left on the skin after using these very rudimentary soaps. But nowadays cleansers are so good, they're so refined, they're pH balanced, and they don't really need a toner to go after them. The only time toners are effective, and I incorporate them into my patient's skincare routine, is when they serve a purpose. For example, these are Clarify pads. They are toning wipes almost, and they're supposed to be used after cleansing. They have salicylic acid and glycolic acid in them. So they are actually going to help your skin and treat, blackheads, acne, and improve skin texture. So this is an example of a medicated toner that would be great to put into a skincare regimen, especially if you have oily skin or you're acne prone. But you shouldn't use toners just for the sake of an astringent. You don't need to do that. If anything, they have a lot of bad alcohols that end up denaturing the good fats that are on our skin that are there to protect the surface of our skin. And what happens is it just dries out your skin, makes your acne worse. It serves no purpose. Number 4, oils. The amount of oils that are on the market are insane, and the marketing claims that if you have this type of skin, you should use this type of oil. They are no better than a good moisturizing cream. And I find oils to be clogging. A lot of times patients come in and they've been using, the CBD oil, and now their acne is worse. So the problem is a lot of the plant-based oils are not pure, and they're not stable. And so as a result, they can oxidize and they can change in their formulation. They're just really not very predictable. And you're better off using a non-scented, white, nourishing, rich cream rather than an oil. Really, that's what they do. And there's not a lot of science that says, okay, argan oil or this particular oil is going to actually change your skin. The purpose of an oil or a moisturizing cream is to hydrate your skin, to nourish the skin, to support the skin barrier and prevent water loss, right? And mineral oil is probably just as good as argan oil. I mean, who knows? There's really nothing with enough concrete evidence that shows that this oil is gonna erase your wrinkles or whatnot. Now, some people love the feel of oils, and if you're one of those people, no arguing with that. But just know there's a lot of marketing behind oils that are not necessarily great for the skin, or they may cause problems. Now, I will say this, cleansing oils, and that's a different story. I do think they're very effective at removing sunscreen, makeup, oil, and debris on the skin. So I do favor using a cleansing oil as part of a double cleanse to get rid of a lot of the stuff that stays on our skin. Number 5, feminine care and douches. Oh, so many products right now on the market that help, support the vaginal environment and make it smell better and be better. Wrong. Our intimate areas, our vaginal and, genital organs and systems are perfectly fine. They don't need our help, and if you try to mess with that environment, you're gonna end up throwing it off. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna get overgrowth of bad bacteria or pathologic yeast. The organisms there, they have a highly functioning system, and you don't really want to mess with that ecosystem. So douching involves cleansing out the vaginal canal and the vaginal area. It actually does more harm than good. Oftentimes it leads to irritation of the vagina. It can lead to sexually transmitted infections becoming more likely because you've disrupted that protective barrier. It can also interfere with getting pregnant and pelvic inflammatory disease, as well as an infection called bacterial vaginosis. Women that douche once a week are more likely to get bacterial vaginosis than those that don't. If you feel like you want to make that area smell better using a fragrant solution or product is not the right answer, because it will only cause irritation, dryness of that area. It's best to see a professional. A lot of times people have issues like pain during sex or discharge or dryness or tightness down there. Those can be real signs of other medical conditions. So it's really important to see a professional, a OBGYN doctor that can help you and evaluate you. There's been some studies that have shown douching can make it harder for people to get pregnant. It can increase your risk of an ectopic pregnancy, meaning a pregnancy that's not in the uterus but outside the uterus. It can also increase your risk of an early childbirth. So for all intents and purposes, do not use feminine care products unless you see a physician and are instructed to do so by them. All right guys, I hope that was helpful, and hopefully you will learn from this video and save some money and time, and your skin will thank you for it. As always, thanks for tuning in, and be sure to share this video with a friend who might find it helpful as well, and comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are, or if you have any video topics you want me to make. Until next time.